discuss all of the greatness that we saw on the stage, in the audience. Nate Burleson was there, so we'll have more on that. The NFL preseason, guys, it's already underway. That's what that means. We started with the Hall of Fame game between the Steelers and the Cowboys on Thursday night, and now we have players that we're most looking forward to seeing take the field this preseason. I can't believe I have the preseason schedule week 1 ahead of me. Nate, who you got?
I want to go with Trey Lance. I've been listening to Kyle Shanahan talk about him. He said, listen, he's going to play. And I think he was talking about the regular season. And it's one thing for your coach to say, well, we have Jimmy Garoppolo, and he's our starter. We'll see what Trey Lance does for our team. But right now, he's our number 2 or 3 quarterback. But for Kyle Shanahan to come out and say, no, he's going to play this season. Now, I don't know how much, what form or fashion, but that just shows you right there that they are prepping for something big. And then the preseason, which we know he will play significantly, this is where we get a little bit of taste of why they went and made that selection of Trey Lance.
Same position, same class. I'm going to say it over and over. It's going to take one play for Justin Fields to change this whole conversation. Now, we haven't got him on the field yet in a game, but the training camp play has come out. Bears Twitter is exploding about this play where he breaks the pocket and does a little sidearm ad-lib. Watch, this is Fields here, and zick.
Pretty cool.
It's a nice play. The place went nuts. Everyone's oohing and ahhing like this is Eli Manning to David Tyree. It's not that, but when you see him running and then the defense goes up because, oh my God, he's so fast and so big, and then he just sidearms this thing, it's going. 5 days from now, they will play the Miami Dolphins at Soldier Field. It takes one play, and we are in the eye of the storm of a Bears quarterback controversy. Could be 5 days away, guys. Fields, that's my answer.
St. Joseph's, Missouri is where the Chiefs do their training camp. A lot of guys are sleeping in their own beds. Those guys are in dorms, all right? They are doing it old school style. They are in St. Joseph, Missouri. And the biggest star at a training camp has not been Patrick Mahomes, hasn't been Tyreek Hill, it hasn't been Clyde Edwards-Helaire. It is a rookie right guard named Trey Smith. This has become a very niche thing with Chiefs bloggers, that this guy is dominating the defensive line. He's a 6th-round pick, and if you know how the Chiefs fans feel about their offensive line after the Super Bowl, they are desperate for these young guys to step up. And every day, whether it be Arrowhead Pride or
Arrowhead Addict
Kingdom, Arrowhead Addict, there are cut-ups from practice of Trey Smith just laying out Frank Clark and laying out Alex Okafor, like taking care of business. So Trey Smith, and if you know the Chiefs fan, how desperate they are to see a functional offensive line, Trey Smith is the biggest star. I can't wait to see him. I want to see what he's got because he's becoming Paul Bunyan amongst these Chiefs fans. Like this myth. Let's see, 6th-round pick out of Tennessee. Is he really going to be the next Quentin Nelson? Maybe. We'll see.
Here's hoping to make it interesting in the AFC. At GMFB with your thoughts. I mentioned those tearjerker moments. Me on the couch crying just during the enshrinement speeches, the ceremony, all of it. What's the moment that you guys remember getting teary-eyed during?
I'll take you back to 1997 wild card game, San Francisco 49ers. T.O. catches this ball over the middle, and he's overwhelmed with emotion, and he's sitting there crying. He's on the sideline, and guys are hugging him, holding him up. And I just remember seeing that at a very young age. I was like, why is he so emotional? And then hearing him talk about like his journey to where he was in this big moment, the biggest stage. He comes up with the biggest catch right in traffic. And every time I see that, you know, I think about this moment where he's just overjoyed, and he's showing his emotion and wearing it on his sleeve. So for me, it's that T.O. moment, you know, because I've been there before playing football and having some moments just overwhelm you as a player, and that was that for me.
I think of the fan, you know, Bills fans have waited so long to get back to the Super Bowl. And, of course, Lions and Browns fans have never been to the Super Bowl, and you want it so badly. Chiefs fans have been waiting 50 years, 4th quarter, AFC Championship game. The Titans are coming back. It's a close game. And Mahomes puts the thing on ice by hitting Sammy Watkins for a touchdown in the 4th quarter. This was the one that did him in. It was the game sealer, put the icing on the cake. And for Chiefs fans who had waited 5 decades to go back to a Super Bowl and had suffered AFC Championship game loss the year before, and all those Marty Schottenheimer losses, and all those Lynn Elliott missed kicks, and all those games that they just couldn't get past the big Titans of the AFC. They finally got back these Titans of the AFC. Sammy Watkins' deep touchdown pass, it was 50 years of just relief. We're going to the Super Bowl. They would end up going on to win the Super Bowl.
Wasp. Right, incredible run. I remember early on in our time as a show here, the Buffalo Bills had gone so many decades before without making the playoffs. Week 17, Andy Dalton, of all people, the Bengals quarterback, gets them to the playoffs. They're watching live in the locker room. There's particularly a shot of longtime Buffalo Bill Kyle Williams, who was holding his children. These are the guys reacting to his, I think it was a Tyler Boyd touchdown, wasn't it? Yeah. Now watch, you're going to see Wood, you're going to see Kyle Williams with 2 kids in his giant burly arms. And the tears started and the emotion started. Look at these guys are going to the playoffs, and then they lost to Blake Bortles, but that's okay. That's the shot right there. I still tear. But anything with kids, but particularly that one. Imagine being those kids in that crazy locker room with all that volume and all these giant men and sweat, and we're going to the playoffs. I'm going to tear up right now. I love that moment.
GMFB with your thoughts. The Olympics came to a close last night. The U.S. winning the gold medal count, over the last on the last day of the games. What was the Olympic event, guys, that you could not keep your eyes off this summer? And a lot of the stuff was early. We had to watch repeats after our show, but we were all about it.
Yeah, I was watching swimming. Every time it was on, I was sitting there.
What you got?
I was just
watching swimming. Which swimming? Which part?
Just not the diving. I'm talking about the butterfly and the freestyle and the relays. You know, shout out to Katie Ledecky and Caleb Dressel.
Sure.
Now, ever since Michael Phelps, I kind of want that moment. And they were breaking records. You know, similar to track. Like, you know, when you know somebody has a chance to break a world record, you sit back and watch. But yeah, I was entertained, and they did such a good job of sharing the storylines and the background of these swimmers. They're just like little mermaids, man.
Yeah.
Minimal splash, so fast. Like, I'm always impressed by swimming. Phelps really put swimming on the map for me.
Yeah.
After that, I watched every single Olympic. Yeah.
Katie Ledecky, the first 1,500 meter for women, wins the gold. It was so late. We had a show early, and then I fell asleep. Unfortunately, then I woke up like, and rewatched it. But of course, swimming was great.
Yeah, it was great. My reaction is,
what's yours?
When did the Olympics start? I missed it all. I'm going to go with speed walking here. I'm going to put my mask on here.
Why you put your mask?
Because I want to speed walk. I want to show you guys how fast I am. I'm going to speed walk.
Peter, I'll chase you. Come on, you want to race?
Are we allowed to?
Nah, probably not. I don't know. Show me, do a lap. Let's go.
The speed walking thing is incredible. I'm just going to come into the camera like this.
Peter, you got to work the arm.
They can't run. They're like got the weird face.
If they run, they get DQ'd?
Yeah, I think
they get DQ'd.
Both feet have to be on the ground. One foot has to be on the ground.
Yes.
And like this? Yeah. Speed walking.
Can you do it with an iced coffee in the event?
I put the mask on. I don't want any protocol breaking.
All right. You feel good? You get a little cardio?
Olympic.
Something in there?
Gold medal. Tell me when they start. It was on at like midnight. I don't know.
What is that, your cool elitist to take about
I wanted to watch it. I didn't know where to find it.
You watched it, Peter.
I don't know where to find it.
Yeah, right. Yesterday I was watching the Olympics. Candidly, oh, there it is, Peter. That's okay. Who is that? Right on time.
It's her.
What do you got?
It's her? Do you know her name? It's your favorite sport.
Gold medal.
Look at those guys. They want to run so badly.
I'm kidding. I did watch the Olympics. I got to tell you, there was a Norwegian hurtler, Wilhelm, I want to say. This guy was amazing.
Is that his first name or last?
That's his last name. He had the 400 meters hurdles, and I watched it, and I was like blown away. This guy just right out of the gate. I watched a lot of Olympics. I was being sarcastic.
That was a great race.
And I was like, don't come at Peter. He's joking.
That was a really good race.
Costas has the legendary quote about race walking, and he's like, it's like having a contest so you can whisper the loudest. And that's exactly what it is, like full restraint. Yesterday, I was like a 4 out of 10 hangover yesterday. It was tough. I was just lying around on the couch. My wife and kids are not there. And I'm just watching Olympics. And I'm like, what the hell is this that I'm looking at? This sport is amazing. It's some sort of thing where these women were running around, passing to each other and chucking it at a net. Looked like basketball, looked like soccer, like lacrosse. I go to Twitter and I was like, what is this sport? And of course, everybody jumps me for being an idiot. Apparently, it's team handball. You guys ever watch some team handball?
Never.
Unbelievable. Now, handball to me, I thought was the thing that Jake Plummer plays. Yeah. And you just use your hand as a racket and just slap it against the wall. Yeah. No, this is totally different. It's a massive team sport with passing and shooting and penalty shots. I was unbelievably captivated. I don't know why there's not a bigger thing in the United States. Apparently, that's in Europe, they call that handball. We call it hitting it with your hand against the wall.
It would be so, I don't want to be like jingoistic here, but if we had our best athletes playing this, I feel like it would be the most popular sport in the country. It's so fun.
Really?
And it's all the sports we love, like combined into one.
If we had Josh Allen and Giannis and those type of guys, we would
Giannis would be for Greece, but you know.
Yeah, that's If we had, I don't know, Kevin Durant,
Sure.
I guess he might get bodied a little bit, though. Yeah, Giannis would be for Greece. Anyway, team handball is really good.
Awesome
I like
sport.
this.
Into this.
Giannis,
Yeah, I
he
like
says.
this.
Yeah.
Want to get Tony Parker and Luka?
Yeah.
Who won the gold?
Yeah, France. I was watching the ladies' final, and France beat the URO, or whatever the Russian non-players
ROC.
are. Yeah, ROC. Yeah, they lost.
The Rock. Yeah,
Whatever they are.
It's like if soccer and basketball had a baby. That's exactly what it
Did
is.
you ever
It's
mess
like-
with that team handball?
I've never seen it before.
No, it's
You
awesome.
can't go
It
in the
is
red zone,
impressive.
though.
Yeah,
You
but
can't
then
jump.
They like jump and they just like chuck it. and they
3-point
bounce
shots
it
and
in.
all that.
Penalty shots with a fake.
Yeah, no, then they go like, oh, no, I'm not. Whoop. It's so great. I loved it. I was captivated. Team
Clark
handball.
was like, shut up about handball already. More